Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I help you create your magic and create your dream life. Let's just say I lived my dream life a little too hard this summer. If you guys have been following my channel for a while now, you'll know that I love saving money. I'm a really good saver. I always love finding different ways to save a few extra dollars, so spending has never really been an issue for me until this summer. I realized I was increasing my spendings so much, and so what I decided to do was track my spending for an entire month, just so at the end I could go back and look and see exactly where my money was being spent. So for this video, I'm gonna be exposing myself and letting you guys know exactly where I spent my money, how much money I spent, and what I did and what I learned throughout this month of tracking my spendings. So when I started tracking my spending, I decided to break it down into three categories. The first one was groceries, the second one was gas, and then the third one was spending. So I did have budgeted amounts for some of these categories. The first one, groceries, I have $320 a month. The second one, gas, I have $100 a month. And I never had a set budgeted amount for my spending category because spending has never really been a problem for me besides for this summer. I don't know what happened to me. I just went a little bit crazy. I just got way too many ice creams at the McDonald's drive-thru. I don't know what happened, but I'm back on track now and I'm using this as a lesson and as video content to show you guys. So since this whole spending tracking experiment, I have given myself a budget for spending. So now I spend $180 a month just on spending. So that's just little treats, little things like that, going out to eat, and things that I really want. So depending on your budget, how much money you make, how much money you feel comfortable saving, yours might be more or less. Everybody is different depending on what their life looks like, but I do like to give myself some room for spending because that's how I think you stick to a budget. It's important to have a little bit of fun in your life and give yourself some wiggle room when it comes to spending. So before we get into the actual amounts, I just want to mention that I broke down the spending category into three subcategories based on where I spent the most of my money. So the first category is Starbucks, because Starbucks is literally my next door neighbor. I live in this building and then Starbucks is right here, which is a bit of a problem, especially during the summertime when all I want is a green tea frappuccino. So Starbucks is one of the categories. The next one is home decor and home items. The next one is eating out, restaurants, takeout, and then the fourth one is miscellaneous items. So that's everything that I spent that I don't even really know what it was. It didn't even fit into a category. So for Starbucks, the total amount that I spent was $20. Now this was actually pretty surprising to me when I went back and looked at where my money went, because I thought I got Starbucks a lot more than that, and I was feeling pretty guilty about spending so much money at Starbucks. Now I would like to cut that amount down a little bit, but 20 bucks wasn't too bad considering Starbucks coffees are like $5 each. My spending for the next category, which was home decor, was a whopping $126.43. Now this is more than I would normally spend on home decor and home items, but I was really feeling like I wanted to update a couple things, put a few new decor pieces in my apartment, and I also bought a couple things for fall because I didn't want everything to be picked through by the time the fall rolled around. So I don't really regret these purchases because if there's one thing that I love spending money on, it's my home. It's where I spend most of my time. I work from home and I just love having a cozy place. So I don't regret my spending in this category, but I'm definitely gonna try and minimize it in the following months. The next category I wanna talk about is going out to eat and takeout, and I spent $146.82. In 1 month, that's how much I bought in ice cream, takeout, going out to eat in restaurants. That is so much money. And normally I'm so good about avoiding things like that. I always eat at home, I always meal prep, but I really fell off the bandwagon in the summertime, but that's okay. That's why this experiment was so important, and that's why I wanted to track my spending so that I could go back after and see where I actually spent my money. And the last category, which was miscellaneous, I spent $118.34. So when I talk miscellaneous items, I'm saying like personal care items. I remember I bought a notebook. I had to buy a couple little things for my family. So just things that didn't really fit into categories and stuff that I just spent money on that I don't even really remember spending it on, which is pretty bad. So now it's time to get into what I learned by doing this spending tracking experiment. So the first thing that I learned is that I spend the most money in food, restaurants, takeout, all of that kind of stuff. So what I'm really trying to do in September is to make more food at home, have it readily available, and focus more on my meal prepping. Because when I have stuff ready to go at home, I don't feel the need to go out to eat. That's mostly why I go out to eat. It's not so much because I have a problem with food and takeout. It's mostly just for convenience. Like, I don't really feel like taking the time to make a meal. I have other things that I want to be doing. So if I have those food items ready at home, then I'm less likely to go and spend money out at restaurants. The next thing that I learned and taught myself by doing this spending tracking experiment is that Starbucks should be more of a treat. I should not be getting Starbucks every second day. It really should be something that I get just a few times a month, considering that the coffees are $4 and the Frappuccinos are $5 each. That's just so crazy. But good news, I've only had Starbucks once for the month of September. I had one pumpkin spice latte because they came out on September 1st and I was so excited about them, so I had to go get one, but I have not had Starbucks since then, so I'm feeling really proud of myself. And I'm actually gonna try and teach myself through like Pinterest just how to make some Starbucks drinks at home, because I think that will satisfy my craving and then also save me a lot of money. The next thing that I learned comes from looking at my miscellaneous category and how many things I spent money on that I don't even really remember spending. Like, I don't even remember what things I bought, or if I do, they didn't even bring me that much joy or happiness. So this reminds me to be more mindful with my spending and think, is this item that I'm about to spend $10, $20, or $30 on really worth it? Is it going to get me closer to my goals? Is it going to bring me happiness for longer than an hour? And more than likely, the answer is no. So I can stop spending money on these things. All right, guys, so now that I have exposed myself and you know exactly what I spent my money on in August, I challenge you to do a spending tracking month. I want to know what you spend your money on, what you struggle with in terms of saving. You can comment it all down below, and I really do encourage you to track your spending for a month because it really opened my eyes to what I was actually spending my money on and what goals I wanted to set for myself. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and also hit the red subscribe button if you're new so that you can join our YouTube family. As usual, I have my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, website, all of that stuff linked down below for you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!